Good morning everyone. Today I'll be talking about malicious software, also known as malware. Malware is software that is created by bad or criminal intention. It's designed to damage, steal or take control of computer systems. There are three main types of malware that I will explain today. The first is virus, the second is worm, and the third is Trojan horse. Let's start with the first one, virus. A computer virus is program that can replicate itself by infecting other files. It spread from one file to another, just like a biological virus spreads from one person to another. Virus can modify or destroy programs, and they come in three main types: overwriting, appending, and prepending. The first type is overwriting virus. The virus copies its own code on top the original file, destroying the file original content. Once the virus is removed, the file becomes unusable, and user need to reinstall the original program. In short, an overwriting virus completely replaces the data of the infected file. Next is appending virus. This type of virus insert its malicious code at the end of the file. It doesn't destroy the original program, but modify it to hold the virus code. When you open infected file, the virus automatically runs first. It's less destructive than overwriting virus, but still very dangerous. The third one is prepending virus. This virus adds its code at the beginning of the file. Because it plays at the start, the virus code is executed before the actual program runs. This makes it harder to detect and often cause the infected file to malfunction. Let's move to the worms. Worm is similar to a virus, but with one major difference: it doesn't not infect other files. Instead, it replicates itself and spread through network or the internet, usually by email. A famous example is the I love you worm, which spread through email attachment. Worm often use tricks to fool users. The first trick is double file extensions. For example, the I love you worms use the name I love letter for you.txt.vbs. It's look like a simple file. It's look like a simple text file, but it's actually a script. The second trick is social engineering, using emotional or interesting titles like I love you to make people click. When user open it, the worm automatically spread to others. This shows that curiosity can sometimes be dangerous. Next, let's talk about the Trojan horse. The name comes from ancient Greek story of the Trojan horse. Something that look harmless on the outside but hide danger inside. Similarly, a Trojan horse program look like a useful or safe application but actually contain harmful code. Unlike virus or worms, a Trojan cannot replicate and cannot infect other files, but it can cause serious damage. There are many kind of Trojan horse program. For example, password stealer, which steals safe password. Keylogger, which record everything you type. Fake program, which pretending to be helpful but are actually harmful. Anonymous emailer, which send emails secretly. Remote monitoring, used to spy on user activity, and remote administrator Trojans, which give hacker full control of your computer. As you can see, Trojans are especially dangerous because users often install them without realizing it. Here a quick summary of the three malware types. Virus can replicate and infect other file. Worm can replicate but doesn't infect file. It spread through network or emails. Trojan horse cannot replicate or infect file but hide destructive features. Each one of them is harmful in different way, and all can cause data loss or system damage. In conclusion, malware is software made to damage, steal, or control data. To protect ourselves, we must use antivirus software, avoid suspicious email and unknown downloads, and keep our system and software up to date. So, that's all about malicious software. Software designed to harm, steal, or take control of computer system. But of course, software isn't the only important part of a computer. To fully understand how computers work, we also need to look at their physical components. The things we can actually touch and see, and then bring us to the next our topic is hardware. Now, let's talk about hardware. If software tells the computer what to do, then hardware is the body of that perform the actions. Hardware includes all the physical parts of a computer system like a monitor, keyboard, and CPU. It can be divided in two main categories, input device and output device. Let's start with input device. Input devices are tools we use to enter data in a computer system. There are several types of input device, and I will explain some of them. The first one is a text input device. For example, the keyboard. A keyboard is used to type text and character by pressing keys. The most common layout that we use is QWERTY layout. The second type is pointing device, the most common use in the mouse. A mouse detects movement on the surface and lets us control the pointer on the screen. Other example is trackball. It's a ball that rotates to move the cursor. Interestingly, it was invented by Tom Craston and Fred Longstaff in 1952, even before the mouse was created. And next, we have gaming device. An example is a joystick. It's a control stick that can be moved in different directions to control movement in game. A joystick can detect angle in 2 or even 3 dimensions. Now, let's move on to image and video input device. The first one is an image scanner. It reads image, printed text, or handwriting and convert them into digital data. Another example is webcam. A webcam captures live video and send it to the computer through USB, Ethernet, or Wi-Fi. It's known for being low cost and very flexible in use. The next one is audio input device, which is the microphone. A microphone converts sound in an electrical signal. It's used for voice recording, broadcasting, and many other purposes such as online meeting or IP communication. Now let's move on output device. Output device are used to display or produce result from the computer's processing. Let's look a few examples. The first example is printer. A printer produces a hard copy of digital documents such as text or image, usually on paper. It's often connected to a computer using a USB cable. The last type is audio output device. There are two common examples, speaker and headphones. Speaker convert electrical signal into sound, and they often have a built-in amplifier. Headphone or headset are small speaker that we wear. Headphone or headset are small speaker that we wear over our ears. They can connect to computers, radios, or other audio device. To summarize, hardware includes all the physical parts of the computer. Input device help us send data to the computer, and output device help us receive information from the computer. Thanks for watching and see you.